Douglas Doug James Hilton, born June 13, 1964 in England, is an Australian molecular biologist. He is the director of the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute of Medical Research in Melbourne, Australia, and head of the Department of Medical Biology at the University of Melbourne. His research has focused on cytokines, signal transduction pathways, and the regulation of blood cell formation, hematopoiesis. Since 2014, Hilton has been the president of the Association of the Australian Medical Research Institutes, AAMRI. Hilton migrated to Australia with his family in 1970 and grew up in the Melbourne suburb of Warrandyte. He was educated at Warrandyte Primary School and East Doncaster High School, where he recalls being inspired by a wonderful biology teacher. Hilton received a Bachelor of Science from Monash University. He spent summer holidays as an undergraduate researcher in the laboratory of Ian Young at the John Curtin School of Medical Research. His honors and PhD research projects were conducted with Professors Dawn Metcalf and Nikos Nikolin at the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute, and resulted in the cloning of the cytokine leukemia inhibitory factor, LIF. Hilton spent 2 years as a postdoctoral fellow studying the erythropoietin, EPO, receptor with Professor Harvey Lodish at the Whitehead Institute, MIT, USA. In 1993, Hilton returned to the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute, where he continued his research into cytokine signaling, with discoveries including the interleukin-11 receptor, the interleukin-13 receptor, and the suppressors of cytokine signaling, SOCS, proteins. In recent years, together with Professor Warren Alexander and Dr. Benjamin Kyle, Hilton has established a new program using large-scale mouse genetics and genomics to identify regulators of blood cell formation, with a view to determining targets for the development of new medicines. He has been the head of the Institute's Division of Molecular Medicine since it began in 2006, and is a professor in the University of Melbourne Faculty of Medicine, Dentistry, and Health Science. From 1997 to 2001, Hilton served as director of the Cooperative Research Centre, CRC, for cellular growth factors, during which he initiated the Australian Undergraduate Research Opportunity Programme, UROP. He is also a co-founder and chief scientific officer of the biotechnology company Neurigen Therapeutics. He currently serves on the board of the Victorian Comprehensive Cancer Centre, the Australian Cancer Research Foundation Medical Research Advisory Committee, the Victorian Cancer Agency Plan Implementation Committee, the Victorian Life Sciences Computational Initiative Steering Committee, the board of the Bio21 Cluster, and the board of the National Centre for Genetic Engineering and Biotechnology, Thailand. On July 1, 2009, Hilton became the sixth director of the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute. At the time of appointment, Hilton believed that the institute's success requires continuing its cornerstone research into cancer, blood cells, immunology, autoimmunity, and infectious diseases, and enhancing this research with technological and investigative innovations including structural biology, chemistry, high-throughput screening, and mathematics and computational science. Expanding the translational research conducted by the Institute and considering, in collaboration with Indigenous communities and other organizations, ways in which the research strengths of the Institute can be constructively utilized to improve Indigenous health in Australia. Enhancing the Institute's links with the University of Melbourne, the Royal Melbourne Hospital and other leading centres of excellence in medical research and education, and continuing to pursue collaborations with the private sector. 1989. Victorian Young Achiever of the Year. 1993, Queen Elizabeth II Postdoctoral Fellowship. 1998, Gottschalk Medal, Australian Academy of Science. 1999, Australian Institute of Political Science, Victorian Tall Poppy Award. 2000, Amgen Medical Researcher Award, Australian Society for Medical Research. 2000, Inaugural Commonwealth Health Ministers Award for Excellence in Health and Medical Research. 2003, the GlaxoSmithKline Australia Award for Research Excellence. 2004, Fellow of the Australian Academy of Science. 2006, Cosmos Bright Spark Award, Australia's Top 10 Scientific Minds Under 45. 2008, Australian National Health and Medical Research Council 10 Great Minds in Health and Medical Research. 2009, The Age Melbourne Magazine, Top 100 People. 2010, Fellow of the Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering. 2011, Seymour and Vivian Milstein Award for Excellence in Interferon and Cytokine Research, International Cytokine Society and the International Society for Interferon and Cytokine Research. 2011 Research Australia Leadership and Innovation Award. 2012 Langberg Medal, Australian Society of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. 2012 Eureka Prize for Outstanding Mentor of Young Researchers. 2013 Rameshiati Medal for Excellence in Biomedical Research. 2015 Fellow of the Australian Academy of Health and Medical Sciences. 2016 Officer in the Order of Australia for Distinguished Service to Medical Research and Education, particularly in the field of hematology, as a molecular biologist and author, to gender equity, and as a mentor of young scientists.